Welcome back, everybody. Today we're testing the new Storm Fate. If you like what we do, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe and check us out on Patreon. First impressions, the Storm Fate puts itself squarely in the mid-late category. It's somewhat unclear how this will rate when thinking about similar balls from the Storm family. Alright, here's another installment in the Belmo signature line. Clearly the collaboration's working, so why not keep it going? Quickly, we have another ball with the REX cover. This comes after the Infinite Physics, Night Road, and Dark Code. In this incarnation, we get a strong symmetric core. We tested the ball out of box, and I can say with confidence I still dislike the shiny finish from the factory, no matter if it's 1500 grit polish or the new Reactor Gloss. The Tyler was first, and with the polish, the Fate had what I call a thin, long, and late reaction. It gets down lane quite long before making any real attempt to turn over. Then it was kind of a small flip and set. It was fairly over-under, where it would either over-continue through the pins or just stopped. I could tell where the ball will be, but this type of reaction just isn't good, so he scuffed it up with the 2000 pad lightly by hand, just until there was a slight dulling of the high sheen. This instantly turned the ball into something else in the sense that the over-under was basically gone. And now we can better demonstrate the ball reaction, more true to the basic chemistry and the makeup of the Fate. It is meant to have some more traction in the mid lane while still going long, while still hooking strongly. It all sounds a bit convoluted mumbo jumbo. Basically, you get some good length while creating a bit of a rounder digging response to friction. Where it's just not a huge skid flip, right? It's kind of a roundish back end finish. Whatever it is, REX works nicely with light to medium surface on it. It looked great for Tyler and really easy to use on this pattern. Clearly a nice mid-late reaction for a medium house shot. Alright, now Sean is back with us, and as you can see, his rev rate isn't very different from Tyler's, but they do have slightly different styles, and again, with the Reactor Gloss finish, honestly, he saw about the same type of reaction as Tyler. The ball had a similar shape, just had the propensity to skid way too long at times, and when he squared up, which is what it looked like it wanted, it sometimes looked good and sometimes overhooked. Obviously, in any case, throw the ball perfect and every ball looks great, but you shouldn't have to make perfect releases every time. So anyway, we switched to this scuffed up finish. And with that, Sean kind of made quick work of this, and he had the same easy look as Tyler. The core feels kind of big, almost like a mild asim. And so the only thing I would call out, I mean, obviously there's a lot of strikes here, but it does have a touch of a hook set motion, so you can sometimes see with the deflection through the pins. So while the scuff certainly shrunk the over-under substantially, you can still see variations in exit off of the deck. Next up is Brian. It should be no surprise that although his reaction is rounder and less board coverage than the other two, he still had that sort of similar over-under from the polish that was just unnecessary, right? So again, quickly onto the scuff finish, which is, again, a very mild scuff and barely equal to 4,000. So the big call out is that it's a relatively weaker ball, meaning you clearly see it's a mid-late category for Brian as it is for the other guys, which meant he was decently right and pretty direct with it. He gets a mild arc with the Fate. His best look is going through, say, 7 to 9 of the arrows with a very small belly, if any. Just kind of gonna have to open a touch. Now my concern was that with the big core, this may wind up quitting if he moved in. However, he did find a very good look going through 12 of the arrows with slightly slower speed. So the ball did seem to like circling a bit with no issues. So it's a little bit, I would say, contrary to my thoughts of kind of seeing some of that, hook set and kind of deflecting through the pins sometimes. For final thoughts, I think it should be clear to everybody through this video, and as I've spoken about it already, Storm Fate is a mid-late ball. We recently tested the Phase 5 and Night Road, and we placed them in that category as well. So what do you do with these 3 balls? Well, we will come back with a comparison video, and perhaps, it's going to come down to a matter of which ball you personally like best.